So, welcome everyone to our Thursday educational series. I'm today's host, Laura Waghorn, and today we're excited to welcome three guests to tell their real journey, real results experiences. We have Rochelle, Dr. Deb, and Elizabeth Ford. So, my first guest, Rochelle, is passionate about helping women optimize their wellness through innovative tools such as GLP-1 peptides, skincare, holistic health solutions, and through her coaching podcast and online content, she empowers women to stop settling, trust themselves again, and become the strongest, healthiest, and most radiant version of who God created them to be. So, Rochelle, firstly, welcome to the call.
Thank you, Laura. Happy to be here.
Well, we are excited to have you here. So, Rochelle, tell us about your peptide journey. Tell us about where it all began for you.
Oh my goodness. It's still startling that I am on this journey because I was one of those judgmental people that thought, oh, GLP-1s are just the easy way out. They're for people who don't want to work out and just lose weight fast because I was uneducated, like a lot of people are. And then 2 years ago, I was, really deep into perimenopause, but didn't really realize it yet. I saw the changes in my skin. I gained 5 pounds out of nowhere, but I am a very active person. And so it was startling because I was doing Pilates 2 days a week, lifting weights 3 days a week, treadmill 7 days a week, 80-20 lifestyle. So I still ate my treats. I still baked and did all the things with my kids. But I thought, what in the heck is happening? And I had a ravishing hunger, you guys. Like I could out eat a man. Like it was insane. And everyone was like, well, maybe you're working out too much. And I'm like, something is off. Never thought it was perimenopause. So a whole year goes by of me getting more swollen and my ankles are getting swollen. I get pre-diabetic diagnosis from the doctor. My blood work is changing like crazy. And I'm like, I'm active. I'm kind of getting angry, honestly, because I'm thinking I'm not even sedentary. What's happening? And so long story short, God brings him into my life and I start researching him. I was against it. And then I met a friend named Cindy, who's also with EllieMD on TikTok. I asked her 10,000 questions. And I just kind of trusted her. She's a nurse. She just seemed so warm and caring. And then I asked all the questions and prayed about it. And I decided I'm going to go for it. It is the best thing I've ever done. Not only did I lose 28 pounds, inflammation, no hot flashes, no psycho rage, PMS with my hormones. What else? No more mood swings. The inflammation is completely gone. My calm nervous system is the thing that I didn't see coming. Now that is a blessing on top of everything else. Like I didn't know that one of the side effects is that I was going to kind of feel like I got out of fight or flight. Some more kind of like my last healing, if you will, of my trauma that I had carried since I was a child. I didn't know. It kind of felt like a weight had been lifted off of my shoulders, so to speak. Um, Gosh, what else? When I went to the doctor, my blood work got better. I felt like so thrilled and relieved when my blood pressure dropped. You guys, it was insane. When the doctor's like, you're not pre-diabetic anymore, my doctor goes, what did you do? Like, how did you drop weight and inflammation and do all this so fast? And of course, I was telling her about it, but I can't even explain to you what a blessing it is. And I've also done glutathione. I've done NAD. I cannot brag and speak enough about peptides to people. I feel like it's like the magic in midlife.
Yeah, no, I can see you're on a microdose now. So did you start on the full dose and then move over to microdose?
Okay, great question. So I have been microdosing the whole time. So when I first started, I did get on a weight loss prescription, but I learned quickly, you know how everybody's body is different, that even me on the very smallest of my weight loss dose, I had nausea for about 6 weeks off and on. I was trying to figure out, I was using Celtic salt. I was making sure I was getting my greens in. I obviously was great with things like, focusing on water, protein, all the things. And then I realized by my intuition and, um, exiting some things out of my routines that I realized, oh, okay, I need to microdose even smaller. So for me, I was on a very small amount, but it worked for me. Everybody's body is different. And then for a while, I even split my dose up intuitively, like throughout the week. Like I take one on Sunday and then one on Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, I love that. Everybody's body is different. So talk to us a little bit about the glutathione because you introduced that
Oh
as
my
well.
gosh. That is, I I feel like it is an immune system booster like nothing else in the world. Like I take the most amazing supplements. I'm obviously on a GLP-1. I work out, I do all the things. I use essential oils. You guys, the glutathione feels like if when my kids bring home a virus from school or something, and I start to feel a little something coming on, if it's the day, the next day, and I take my glutathione dose, I swear to you, it will take away. I know I can't prove it, but it will feel like it takes away whatever I was about to come down with. Um, I rarely, you know, I don't want to say never, but I rarely get sick. Um, that my skin, you guys, I'm going to be 50 in a few weeks, and my skin is
No,
shocking.
you're not. No, you're
Yes.
not.
Yes. Well, you guys, my skin is shocking. I mean, obviously, you guys, I know I drink water, I use great skincare, I do all the things, right? When people ask me, they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm taking glutathione. But obviously I do a million other things, right? But I've always done those. The minute I added glutathione, I was like, okay, instant glow. My nails are growing faster, you know, and of course I use great hair products too, but you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it makes everything better. The glutathione is shocking.
Oh, that's brilliant. And you do not look like you're about to turn 50.
Yes, thank you. You're
So
so sweet. Thank you.
it's working. Okay, now I'm going to touch on one that it doesn't always come up, but I know you've been taking the thrill pill. So would you
Yes.
talk to us a little bit about it?
Yes, I would love to. And honestly, if you are ADD, again, I can't say that I know this, but I feel this way. I'm kind of ADHD and my brain cannot shut off. The thrill pill shuts my brain off. So you know that feeling of like you just can't concentrate and focus. You're trying to be in the moment. You're trying to like, you know, stay right here, right now. It makes me relax enough to where I'm not thinking of the stupid things. Like, what am I eating tomorrow night? What am I making? What am I getting at the store? Did I mail that? Like, you guys, that's my brain all the time. Like, where am I go? Oh my gosh, did I switch the clothes in the dryer? Like, I'm not doing that. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I no longer do that. And I feel more relaxed and I feel less like ahead, like I'm more in the moment. Does that make sense?
It totally makes sense. So what's that kind of done for your relationship? Because obviously the thrill pill is one of our sexual health products.
Yes,
And
yeah.
if
And
you're
also,
managing to be in the moment,
yes, yes. And also I only take half. I haven't had a whole one yet. Again, my body's just different. So I only do half. But it's been great because it kind of makes you feel like when you take it, I don't want to use the word anxious, right? Not like you're anxious to be intimate, but like it takes off the edge of like thinking about, oh, do I have time? You know how your brain thinks that? Like, oh my gosh, okay, yeah, okay, I just got the kids to bed. Okay, yeah. You no longer do that. You kind of just like relax and think, yeah, why not? Like, let's make time. Does that make sense? Without getting too detailed, you know what I'm saying? It's like you feel more open instead of like, oh, you know, I've got my to-do list going and then I was gonna, you know, do the clothes and then I was gonna take a bath and then I'm like, instead of doing all that like us women do.
yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm glad it's helping you and all of the peptides are helping you. And thank you for sharing your story. I can see some questions coming in. So if you have the time, it'd be really good if you could just dive into the chat.
Oh
I've seen
yes.
some about the glutathione, how you're taking it and things like that. So that would be awesome if you could just respond to some of those. And thank you for sharing your story.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. The thrill pill, I just put like half of it. It's like it dissolves underneath your tongue, but I guess it's also good to put between your cheek and your jaw. I've been doing that lately. Um, The glutathione is injectable. Yeah, I inject it. I take it twice a week. And what else? Anything else?
Well, just keep monitoring it. And then if somebody has a question for Rochelle, feel free to drop it in the chat and
Okay,
she
thank you
will
so
respond.
much.
So thank you, Rochelle. Okay, my next guest is Dr. Deb. Now, Dr. Deb is a doctorally, my words aren't coming out, prepared functional medicine and psychiatric nurse practitioner. That was a mouthful, Dr. Deb, as well as a licensed counselor. She helps patients look beyond symptoms to uncover root causes using functional medicine, peptides, IV, ozone, genetic insights, and personalized wellness strategies. And she just likes to help people feel better, heal deeper, and excel in their health. So, welcome, Dr. Deb. Welcome to the call. We're super
Thank
excited to
you.
have you. So, you take a large variety of peptides. So, tell us your story. How did it come about that peptides became on your radar and you started taking them?
Yeah. So it kind of started I went through a health journey. You know, most of the people in functional medicine end up on some kind of health journey. And so I did. I had a little heart thing probably 10 plus years ago. And so that's kind of what got me into functional medicine. And then, of course, after that, started looking at peptides. And then after COVID, I got into the ozone. And then from the ozone, I got into the NAD. So NAD was my first peptide that I experienced. And it was such an amazing experience. I was like, because I am ADD as well. And so like I struggled a little bit there. And so it really cleared up my mind and took away food noise. And I was able to focus better, at my job, serving patients. Um, so yeah, so it started there. And then, I kind of knew about peptides, but didn't even know like what is a peptide? Like, and I would say about a lot of providers feel that way. Even the functional medicine ones aren't necessarily knowledgeable about the peptides. So so anyway, so yeah, so after finding EllieMD, actually a friend I used to work with got me involved. And so that's when I was amazed of all the stuff that you guys had. And yeah, so I started going down the list. So I'll just go down the list because there's a lot of them. So I'll start with the elite because I know you were asking me. So that's the thrill pill. And well, that's a spray, but the thrill pill is the other one. I started with the thrill pill, and I can say the same thing Rochelle was saying, for sure. Like it definitely shut down the noise, and it actually increased my desire to be there, like be present. So I was pretty impressed with that. And then the other thing I felt like it was wanting to have that closeness where, when you go through postmenopausal, you don't want to have anything to do with no man. And so after taking that, it just really made a huge difference. Yeah, in our lives. And I'm sure my husband's happier about it. So
I'm sure he is too. So talk to us about some of the other peptides you take. You take the
sure.
tesamorelin and the ipamorelin, the BPC 157, and then you kind of moved from the BPC 157 TB500 over to our new one, the Clo.
Yes, yes. So I did start with the tesamorelin, and that was really helpful in my muscle pain and strength. And so the first thing that I was telling people, which I thought was pretty cool, is I was not able to do push-ups. Okay, so I'm 57. I didn't tell you that. So I was not able to do push-ups, not even the modified ones. And after going on tesamorelin, I was actually able to do a real push-up, which I'm still kind of amazed by. So that's a difference, like the strength that it gave me. And so yeah, so that's been my kind of journey with that. And then I went on the BPC 157 just because of the hype. So I was like, I've got to try this. So that has made a huge difference in recovery. Healing, like just anything going on. But it magnified when I moved to Clo. So I will tell you, I had this wrist problem going on when I started Clo, and I had this arm problem, all from I have like C5, probably from looking at the screen all day, C5, C6 in my neck. And so after doing Clo, like my arm pain is almost completely gone. My wrist pain went away after a couple of weeks. Um, so yeah. And you were asking about like dosing in general. I think you wanted to, yeah. So
Yeah.
I do space it out. I think, they tell you to take it Monday through Friday, but I do space it out a little bit. So with the Clo, I do um Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as well as the MOTS-C, which I hadn't gotten to that yet. But those two I take Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I do the methylene blue, which is super helpful in cognitive. I mean, it's unbelievable how many, like my memory and my focus, my sharpness is all better just on that, on the methylene blue. Like that was really a game changer for me. And I didn't really have any depressive symptoms, but so, and then yeah, and so then a combination with the MOTS-C. So, and I had also lost some weight on tirzepatide. Uh, and that has been helpful. And, it's so funny. The other day, I looked at a picture of when we got married. We got married in 2016, and I was the same weight that I am today. And I've got to put those two pictures together for side by side because the difference in the inflammation in my face, It's unbelievable. I can't even believe how different I look overall. So
I love that. But how does that make you feel when you see those two pictures side by side?
yes, it has really all of this, the peptide journey in general, um, has really increased my confidence, I feel, so much more than I had before. And I think, of course, it's helping with the business and trying to get things off the ground. I'm starting a few programs, so that's all, a little bit easier to do, especially with the mental clarity and, all that. So yeah, that's helpful. And then I can't stop without telling you about the Elevate, because that has been crazy. So the wrinkles on my forehead went away, the bags under my eyes went away. You can see that my face has lifted completely from doing. So I've been on it 2 months now, and I can really, really see a difference with that.
Yeah, that's a really good product. So we just had a comment come in. Someone's like, I can't imagine like how many times you're injecting yourself. So talk to us a little bit about those injections for you. Did you have a fear of needles at the beginning? What's it like? Like, just give us a little rundown.
Yeah, so yes, even though I've been a nurse since 1991, I hated needles. But to be honest with you, I do some ozone stuff, so like with injections. So it kind of started there where I kind of lost that fear. And then, luckily I still have a little belly. I don't know what's going to happen. I think that every day when I inject, like, oh God, when I don't have a belly, what am I going to do? Um, but I mean, it's not painful, and what I think about when I do that is how much better I'm going to feel, opposed to this silly little tiny needle that's not really hurting me. So,
Yeah. So just take us back a little bit. You said you lost some weight on a GLP-1. So
mhm.
you was injecting that. Did you change anything else, like your lifestyle habits, your diet, your water intake? What did that look like?
Yeah, so honestly, I wasn't really eating that bad. That's the funny part. But I was stuck in the postmenopausal, and so the GLP ones really helped me take a little bit of weight off. I did from December to April, and I think I lost 25 pounds. So yeah, so I did good there, and yeah, you asked me another question. I
It's
forgot already.
incredible. It is incredible. Somebody's asking about what helped with your skin. It was the Elevate, you said, wasn't it? The skincare.
Yes, yes, I love it. I love that syrup so much. And I love the smell too. Like it has a really pleasant smell to it that I like, but I don't know if everybody does. So
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story. I know people are interested in all of the different peptides, and you've experienced a lot of them. So thank you for coming
yes.
on and sharing that.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So if you have questions for Dr. Deb, drop them in the comments. She will come in and answer them for you if she can. So my next guest, Elizabeth Ford, is a 36-year-old wife, mother of 5 amazing children, ages 15 to 18 to 8 months. She's a healthcare worker and full-time nursing student working towards becoming a nurse practitioner. Her passion for health and wellness comes from her own journey living with lupus and striving to feel her best while balancing a busy life and caring for others. She's passionate about learning more about wellness, peptides, healthy living. Outside of work and school, she loves spending time in the gym and taking any opportunity she can to self-care and wellness days. So welcome to the call, Elizabeth.
Hello.
So
Thank
I'm a mother of 5 as well, so I can attest to how much of a hard work that is, how much that busy schedule is. But take us back to before you found peptides and what life looked like for you.
Okay, so this is a very emotional. I told myself I was not going to cry on this call.
It's
So,
okay. We are all friends and we're all here to support you.
this is a very emotional story for me because it is seriously saved my life. It saved my life. So, if you knew me, I would say it's been 16 weeks I've been on this journey with Ellie. But if you had seen me 16 weeks ago, you would not have recognized me. I could not leave my bed. I was hospitalized. I was very ill, and I'm now 9 months postpartum, but I was very ill. I was very, very ill. My husband was very worried. I not only was physically ill because of how sick I was with my lupus and how pregnancy affected my body, my inflammation levels were at an all high. It was affecting my brain. It was affecting my heart. It was affecting my eyes. Um, I could not physically walk. Um, and I was on high doses of steroids. And I just felt mentally like that was it. I didn't think that I was going to come out of it. I don't think I'd ever been at a point in my life that low. And I was just scrolling and I come across Destiny, who helped me on the journey. And so initially it all started with my physicians, my neurologist, my rheumatologist, my primary care, and my OB, all at different times. They don't communicate with each other. Recommended that I start with tirzepatide because they have been telling their other patients about it. Insurance wouldn't cover it. So I was looking for places. By the grace of God, I come across Destiny on Instagram and I was like researching, and then I just leaped in. Um, they told me how much they have seen with other patients with inflammation levels come down. Um, and I had nothing to lose because I was already losing myself. And so I started with tirzepatide, and within weeks, I mean, 2 weeks, I saw a huge difference. And then I incorporated NAD and MOTS-c, and I'm now now I'm not only like leaving my bed and I'm working and I'm able to work out 4 5 times a week. I'm able to play with my kids. I'm able to cook dinner. I'm able to go on walks. I couldn't even go outside and go on a walk. It's just everything I took for granted I can do. Like, I can put my feet on the ground, I can walk, I can cook, and it's amazing. I not only has it changed my life in a physical way, but it also has changed the path I've chose to follow practicing medicine and healthcare. So I specialize and work in hospice palliative care, and I work in the mental health field. And now, as a soon-to-be nurse practitioner, I want to help other people, women who are postpartum mamas, who like the most simple task, they hurt, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally. And it's just changed my entire life. I want to scream it from the rooftops, like how much these peptides have changed my life. In 16 weeks, I've lost 27 pounds. Um, and my husband's exact words were, I don't care how we do it, but we're going to make it happen because I have my wife back. And he's like, not only do I have you back, but I've never experienced this version of you. And I was like, well, good. Because I don't want to lose it either. And so now I've just dove deep in what all of these peptides can do, researching and comparing. And I plan to incorporate so many more. I just have to slowly start. And one awesome thing was I went to my hematologist a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago exactly, and I don't have to get infusions. I had to get infusions every 6 months, an infusion every week for 2 hours, and I don't have to do that. Like, my inflammation levels are down that low, and I just, it's like I can't believe it. It's such a blessing, and I don't know. I'm just so excited about how I feel and how this has helped me. um I just tell everyone, like, do the research, find out what your body needs, because one amazing thing, I had great providers who recommended these things, and they pulled specific blood levels and blood work that to see exactly what I needed. And I was so blessed to have these providers, because they were like, you should look into this. It may help this inflammation level and then your blood levels and your white blood cell count. And it has. So I'm so blessed that I had them. And it's taught me what type of nurse practitioner I want to be, to just pinpoint exactly what we need, what our bodies need. And then one thing that's so great about Ellie is, like, when you go on the website and then you're looking at the peptides, it tells you like what it helps. And so I'm like, this makes it so much easier. Add this one, add this one. So it's saved my life. It has saved my life. And I'm so
Well,
passionate about it.
this is such an amazing story. You know, you've got so many comments coming in, people showing you love and asking questions. But one of the other peptides you're taking that you didn't mention is the GHKCU.
Oh
So
my
when did
God.
you incorporate that one?
I absolutely love it. That's my most, well, no, MOTS-C is my most recent, but I started the GHK just a few weeks ago. Now, my hairdresser, I wish I could bring up a picture for you guys, because of my severe inflammation and my lupus, I was losing hair. I was actually considering shaving my head. And I can actually show you guys. I'm going to show you because I'm so proud of it. But like, all of this is just
Yeah.
a few weeks of new growth. Like, and my hairdresser she was like, oh my gosh, Beth, what are you taking? And I was like, peptides. Like, you can see my roots. Like, that's just 3 weeks. And my nails these are my real nails. And if you have autoimmune, you know, this sometimes is not possible. It's not possible. I was going bald, like clumps of hair just falling out in the shower. And now I literally have to go to my hairdresser every few weeks to maintain my bob because of how it has helped my skin. My butterfly rash has calmed down. Like, I don't wear makeup over it anymore. Tightness and firmness in my skin. If you're a postpartum mama, you know, like you lose that elasticity. Um, and then just the hair growth and nail growth. And I'm like, this is amazing. It's like, I can't even fathom sometimes that it's real, because if you have lupus, autoimmune, you know, just even like trying to fix your hair a certain way, you're hiding certain areas of your head, you're embarrassed, you've got to get the sprays or things like that. I absolutely encourage anyone who has autoimmune, incorporate that NAD, incorporate the GHKCU, pair it with the MOTS-C, because that energy level I'm getting with the MOTS-C on my days that I feel just kind of overly worked. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I go to work 5 days a week to see patients. I go to school full-time nursing student. Plus I have 5 kids. My youngest is 8 months. Like, so I'm a busy woman, and it's worth the planning. The most I would have to say that I have to do for myself now is just being prepared on how I'm going to incorporate it into my day each day. But as a mom with a busy schedule, this is what I tell myself. Ellie has given me life back. And all I have to do is just plan a little bit ahead to incorporate it into my busy schedule. So when I prioritize myself, I'm showing up. I'm a better mother. I am a better wife. I'm a better student, a better nurse. Even my patients see it. They're like, Beth, you look so happy today. So, and they told me I'm stronger. And I was like, yeah, it's the peptides. I
It's
even
the
had a patient.
peptides.
My
Yeah.
patient told me she's 89, and she's told me, she was like, I wish they had this back in my day. So it's been great.
So talk to us a little bit. You first started on the tirzepatide. Was you taking the weight loss dose, or did you go for the microdose?
No, I still have more weight to lose. So I decided to go full-fledged for the full weight loss plan. So I ordered tier 1, and went straight for the weight loss dose. Now, with me having lupus, I was told by my providers and decided that in our, I'm in a lot of lupus groups, that I will continue to microdose once I get to my weight loss goal.
Yeah, for all the other benefits that
All
come with
the
it. All the other benefits.
the
So now that you're on the tirzepatide, have you noticed the difference in your appetite, the food noise, all of the things?
absolutely.
Why? Yeah.
Absolutely. The food noise is gone. Having babies back to back, I had a baby in 2024 and 2025, and I was breastfeeding. So you're hungry, you're starving, and I was a binge eater. I have to add that I am also a bariatric patient. My heaviest weight, I was 330 pounds. I got down to a goal weight of 160. And then I had my 2 babies back to back. I gained 75 pounds back with the autoimmune as well, playing a part in that. And so I have a lot of weight to lose. Well, had. So my food noise was loud, y'all. It was loud. I'm like, girl, hush. But so I'm very grateful to have the tirzepatide, because I don't wake up thinking about today's a bad day. Let me go get this food, and let me get this food, and let me get that food. It's quiet. It's so much more quiet. And to the point now where I actually have time to think. I know if you're a busy woman and you're on the go, you're just stopping. You're like, sometimes I don't even think about what I'm going to eat. I just find myself stopping anywhere. Now I have time to think, oh, well, I'm not going to stop here at this fast food restaurant. Let me really think about what I'm going to put in my body. And I make my meals count. So I think about it. And then I say, okay, I'm going to do high protein, add some fiber, and then I'm good. I'm good. And so I don't just make these drastic decisions on, oh, shove food in my mouth because I'm so hungry. It's changed not only eating habits, but the way I process. So it's been great.
Yeah, I love hearing these stories, and we're grateful that you've come on and you've shared this story. You was in bed, you was in bits, you didn't know where to turn. So we are
No,
grateful that the peptide showed up in your life and has helped you.
I'm so grateful. It's been a blessing. It has been a blessing.
You have so many well wishes in the comments if you want to check them out. Lots of people asking about the other peptides, the NAD, the GHKCU, because obviously a lot of people have heard of the GLP-1s now, but the peptides we're bringing out, a lot of people haven't heard about them. So I just want to thank you guys for coming on, educating people around your experience of what these have done for you. Because even down to the sexual health products, some people want to know about them, but they're too scared to ask. So you ladies coming on and just sharing your stories is fantastic. So thank you so much for coming in and just sharing that. Okay, guys, that does conclude our Thursday educational series, but we will be back next week for another one. So thank you all for coming and listening to these amazing stories, sharing your support. And for our guests, thank you for coming on and sharing your stories.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.